Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Comic Realm with Tiffany 2019. We are here, and I have a bunch of news to talk about, such as Kevin Feige, James Gunn, Suicide Squad, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and much more, so stay tuned. What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are having a fantastic start of a new year. Even though there's government shutdown, R. Kelly, people surviving R. Kelly, and a bunch of other crap that's not that great. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys created some resolutions, I've created some resolutions for me this year, hopefully. First off, I stopped drinking beer. And you know how much I love beer. I mean, I'm usually drinking it in every podcast or at the conventions. But this year, I'm going to stop and start working out and be more healthy and, you know, try and tone up a bit. And yeah, and also focus more on my podcast and also my other network, All About Entertainment Network. And we're going to try to grow our company and also grow my podcast as well. I'm trying to do some more fun stuff. May gear into video, so that's why I put that. If you guys seen it, like my little poll on Instagram, if I'm going to do Twitch or not. And I'm leaning on doing Twitch. I just gotta get some things in order. Also get have my friend do producing as well during recording. So there's a lot of things happening, and I'm working on some more projects as well. And I've updated my website, so it's much more prettier, not too dark, easier to go into things. I mean, you can see some of the articles that I've written, and there's a link on there that you could click on, and it goes towards the All About Entertainment Network website, and you can see all the stuff that I've written, such as past events, movies I have screened, and much more. And also you can see my partners as well have their own articles on there too, so you could check that out. And yeah, so gearing up for this year, trying to registering for upcoming events, and yeah, gonna work my butt off this year. And it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm sure it will pay off at the end. You know, and I hope you guys have other cool resolutions that you guys are working on yourself, or you want to do better at. I mean, that's what every New Year's you do. You try to follow into these little things that you want to, do for yourself, and hopefully we follow a line into that path. But sometimes we fall out, sometimes we finish it, or, But, it is a challenge for ourselves, and it's a good, healthy challenge, Try to motivate yourself, and hopefully you could surpass your challenges. In any news, let's get into some news. Some news you guys been probably, waiting for me to talk about. So let's get into that right now. All right, let's get into Kevin Feige addresses Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 status, and James Gunn directing Suicide Squad 2. As you all know, what happened to James Gunn, he was fired from Marvel due to past tweets, but whatever. Kevin Feige on the Golden Globe spoke about what's going on, and he says he went to see Aquaman last night, and he was really enjoyed it. And, I've always supported them and don't see a rivalry. I see cool films being made. And one thing about James Gunn is he makes cool films. So, of course, he has no, there's no fight between them. And he's still supporting, and he supports other, comic book films, which is pretty cool. And as of the status for on Guardians of the Galaxy, it is on hold. Kevin Feige said Guardians will happen when, where, how for a later time. From what we left off from Guardians of the Galaxy, I know they showed the original crew. So, you know, a lot of things could happen. I mean, there's the original crew, and then there's the other upcoming character that was supposed to come out as well, but we don't know what's going on with that since they switched. Well, they haven't found, I guess, a director to do Guardians of the Galaxy yet, since James Gunn is now doing Suicide Squad 2, and I hope James Gunn does a way better Suicide Squad than what we got before. I mean, the characters were there, but like the story was pretty lame. It was pretty much like a Hot Topic commercial. But in any other news, Sunday's 76th annual Golden Globes, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won for Best Motion Picture Animated, which beat Walt Disney's Animation Studios' Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wes Anderson's stop-motion animated Isles of the Dogs, Disney's Pixar's Incredibles 2, and Mamoru Hosoda's Mural. I did not see that last one, and I didn't see Isle of Dogs. I did see Incredibles 2, and it was fucking amazing, except for the whole flashing lights, which got me kind of whoa. And, you know, there was warning signs before you went and purchased a ticket to see Incredibles 2 that if you had seizures or anything, this movie wasn't for you. But we recently got it for my nephew, and the flashing isn't so bad on regular TV, thank God. But anyways, it was such a good movie. I still haven't seen I saw Ralph Breaks the Internet, and it was pretty amazing. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, oh my God, it was the best comic book movie I've ever seen. The graphics was mind-blowing. I know it's like the part of the same people who did Lego Movie, and it's just mind-blowing, and it was like so beautifully done. And like Miles Morales is my favorite Spider-Man. I'm not really a huge Spider-Man. I didn't really like care for like Peter Parker that much. Tom Holland did an absolute great job. They finally got a person that was actually the same age as Spider-Man and not some 25, 30-year-old playing a teenager, thank God. But like, I didn't care for the other Spider-Mans back then. And I couldn't really like, you know, see myself as like this character. I couldn't connect well. But with like Tom Holland, I kind of connected with. And then with Miles Morales, it's just like, I don't know. I just like loved him so much. I mean, he's different. He has different powers, of course, because he had gotten bitten by a different kind of mutated generated spider. And also you get to see all the Spider-Mans from the Spider-Verse, which is pretty cool, coming together and trying to, you know, go back into their own universe, and also trying to defeat Kingpin. But the story was great. We got to see, you know, our little cameo of Stan Lee, and I was like, oh my God, and I got teared up a bit, but it was awesome. And then towards the end, they did like a little tribute of what the usual sayings of what Stan Lee would say, and it was great. It was beautifully done. And yes, I believe like this was like, if Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse didn't win for like Best Motion Picture of Animated, I'd be pissed, because they did such a great job. They like, oh my God, all the finer details, and like they made it like, you know, like like you're reading a comic book with like the little squares, the air bubbles and whatnot, and like you see the spider tingling and shit like that. It was awesome. If you haven't seen it, gotta go see it. I'm gonna see it again. I want to see it in IMAX. I'm gonna go see it in all different kinds of, you know, media. I mean, I just saw it in a regular theater. It was like amazing, but I want to see it in other different, you know, it's just so good, and you must see it before it goes into video. Well, DVD or, you know, Netflix and other streaming devices, but you know what I mean. You gotta go see this in theater. If you haven't, shame on you. Anyways, in other news, there was this little rumor that a comic book this week was coming out, Young Justice. And Young Justice #1, which is done by Brian Michael Bendis and Patrick Gleason. there was a little hint that Harry Potter was going to be featured into this comic book. Well, I got the comic, read the whole thing. It was great. I didn't see no Harry Potter face, but there was like a little Harry Potter reference. And that's all you got, sadly. I mean, I know I posted that Harry Potter may make his comic book debut. I mean, there has been rumors recently that they may have like a crossover with Harry Potter. But even it could happen because Warner Brothers does own DC Comics and they can make a Harry Potter comic book. So who knows when that's going to happen. But all we got was a name out there in a little air bubble. So that's all you have. Young Justice #1. Go pick it up. It just came out Wednesday. And it was because I don't really read much DC. I mean, I'll read some here and there, but like I picked it up because I heard like, oh, Harry Potter is gonna be in there, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. But all in all, you're gonna be let down if you're thinking you're gonna see a little wizard boy swinging his wand around, but you're not. You're just gonna see his name in an air bubble. Sadly, spoiler alert. Sorry about that. I think it's a little, it was really good. I mean, he had all these characters coming together. There's no Superman. These aliens come out trying to, take over, Metropolitan, and you're getting like Wonder Girl and like Tim Drake and all everybody and I forgot, young Green Lantern. And you're getting them all teaming up together to defeat these villains, and and they think, oh, these are just kids. We want Superman. We want to defeat Superman. Superman didn't appear. He is nowhere to be found. But yet, they defeat them anyway because they're awesome like that. So, let's get into some of the sponsors. And you guys all know I am on audibletrial.com/comic realm. That's all you have to put in the URL. And what you get is your first 30 days for free, I tell you, and you get one book for free. So even if you like read the book or listen to audio, you cancel the subscription, you still keep that book for free. So no matter what, you're not losing out on any money. You're getting a good book. You're going to finish a book. If that's one of your resolutions is to finally finish a book, go ahead and do that. Go audibletrial.com/comic realm and get your first book for free, and you're going to enjoy it. I mean, if you're bored at work, and you want to listen to something other than music, you could pop that baby in and, go on your little own adventure in your mind. And you can also go onto my website at www.comicrealm.net. At the bottom, you'll see the little banner that has for Audible. Click on there and it'll take you to that, and you'll get your free book. Easy and simple, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And also, I am affiliated with Funko Pop. There's been amazing Funko Pops coming out of the woodwork. And you get 10% off if you go onto my website, www.comicrealm.net. Click the banner, get whatever you want in the store, and then you get 10% off of all your purchases. So go ahead and check that out. Let's get into some comic book reviews, shall we? Let's do it. All right, so I didn't go to the comic book shop today because I didn't have time. I'm doing some stuff around the house, and so I went to my favorite, Comixology.com, and downloaded the comics that I wanted. And I picked up Miles Morales Spider-Man #1 and #2, and also I picked up Young Justice, and you already heard my little review on that. But I picked up Miles Morales because I was so into like the character because of the movie Spider-Verse, and it will get you into the comic books as well. The graphics are a bit like are beautiful as well, and you get to learn more about, you know, Miles Morales. And any of you guys want to know more, pick up Miles Morales Spider-Man. And it was it's just pretty much he's going through some teen stuff. He's trying to like you know, do some catch up on schoolwork, catch up on sleep, and he's trying to like figure like a better schedule for himself to, you know, equalize his time as being Spider-Man and also being Miles Morales. You know, he's still going to school, he's still going into that you know, fancy school for like, you know, really smart people, and he's struggling a lot because his time is like so consumed with school, and then like all of a sudden he hears like something's going on, so he has to go out there and, you know, help his town out like from these villains, and like, you know, rescuing babies from fire buildings. And he loves what he does, and he cares for, you know, the town, the people and everything. But, you know, life is hard for a high school kid, you know, trying to like go through all the trials in life and try and figure out who you are, and also trying to, you know, get that assignment in on time and do all the tests and try not to forget and try not to skip class too. So, you know, you see the struggles he's going through, and like it was really hard for him to like hold in being Spider-Man and not being able to tell anyone. And he opened up to his parents about it, and they are totally supportive about it. He even let his best friend know about it as well, and he is also supportive and also kind of like his wingman. And when something happens, he lets Miles know, so he goes and helps out whatever needs to be done. And it was a really good comic book. And like, you know, he's going on a date with this one girl, and he finds out like one day there's this truck, a bunch of like little kids look like robots. And so he tries to, he tries to fight him off and stuff, and then all of a sudden Rhino appears, and he tries to fight him and stuff, but then all of a sudden he's all like, I'm not here to fight you, I have a missing niece and I'm trying to look for her. And he's all like, oh really? So then and then they're like, hey, who are these guys? So they go check it out. They rip off one of the masks of these little robot looking things, and he notices it's one of his girlfriend. It's his girlfriend's cousin, who's, you know, like he's going through like a huge situation. Like his father has been deported, and then on the newspaper it shows like, you know, kids being camped, pretty much what's going on today. And so the little cousin's living with family in New York and stuff with the girlfriend, and now he's missing. So Miles Morales has that to add to his bag of stuff to do. And also he's partnering up with Rhino to also help find his niece. So they figured out all these little small robot looking are actually children that are missing. So on the second issue, they go try to figure that out. You know, Miles still has a curfew, so he's all like, you know what, I'll meet you back here like at 10. And it's like, cool. So now they're teaming up. They find where they're holding off these kids, and they're pretty much being brainwashed and getting these like super suits and stuff, and they don't even know what they're doing, because like when Miles took off the mask of one of these children, like their eyes were like glowing and it looked like that they weren't even there. They were just, you know, kind of like hypnotized. I mean, these comics are so good, and it's written by Saladin Ahmed, and the art is great, and it's done by Javier Guerin. Sorry, I don't have my glasses, damn it. Where are my glasses? Anyways, I'm trying to read the writing, and I could barely see it. But anyways, maybe I should just zoom. Okay. But yeah, go ahead and pick that up. It's Miles Morales Spider-Man number 1 and 2, and at the end, another character joins their team, and you know who it is? Spoiler if you want to know, but I'm gonna tell you anyways because these are my reviews and I can do whatever I want on this show. It is Captain America. So we'll see what happens next on number 3. Don't know when that is coming out. Hopefully next week. But you can also pre-order it on Comixology, or put it on your pull list at your local comic book shop. But go ahead and pick these up. These are pretty good. And I am becoming a Miles Morales fan as we speak. So anyways, on to other comic book reviews. I have read what did I read? I read Blackbird number 4. And it was pretty crazy because, she finally finds her mother. What is her name? Sorry. I read so many comics that I forget names, sadly. But hold on, let me scroll through this a bit and see if her name pops up. Well, she finds Nina. That's her name, Nina. Anyways, Nina finally finds her mother, who is pretty much kind of like a god queen. And so she finds her daughter and tells her daughter to leave and tries to make her forget her, which weird stuff is happening because she has her own little people. And then the guy who was helping Nina out to find her mother, his father is like a king of also somebody like a different, camp tree. And I guess having them together can like a war could break out. So they don't want them hanging out together, and they think like, oh, the son's just trying to get it in her daughter's pants, blah blah, and this whole little fight comes. But anyways, they break it off and like, hey, this is what's happening. Everyone's trying to get us to fight each other, start a war because of territory and whatnot. So she's like, okay, this is not gonna happen. We'll talk to my people, and I'll talk to my people, you talk to your people, we'll settle this. And she goes to see her daughter, and she's like, you're gonna forget me and all this stuff. And like Dina's like, well, she's like, okay, I'll forget, but really she's not gonna try to forget. And it's happened before where she's promised one paragon saying that she will forget whatever happened in this earthquake, but she lied and she didn't forget. So she did the same thing with her mom. And she's so tear down in pieces, and she doesn't know why her mom doesn't want her, but yet she has her sister. So she's going to go down, like she's going to figure this out. She's going to find her sister. She's going to find her mom and be like, hey, what the hell, why you want me to forget you and all this stuff. And later the next day, she wakes up. She thought it was a dream, but it wasn't a dream, and she didn't forget. And then all of a sudden, this detective is looking for her, and she knows what's going on. She knows about the paragons, and she knows there's people missing, and she wants to figure out what's going on. And Nina's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, my mom is dead. I'm trying to find my sister. That's my number one priority. So she goes and digs up the grave of her mother. She opens the casket, and her mom's not in there. So it's like, what the heck is going on? And her cat comes back that she hasn't seen since she was like a kid. And the cat's talking to her and whatnot. And Nina wants to go back and taking pills because she thinks she's kind of crazy. She doesn't know how to she doesn't know how to handle this. It's weird what's going on because she has a drunk father that thinks she's crazy as well. They all think she's crazy because all the things that she's been talking about, and then her mom dying, and then her sister's gone. So she finds the little gems from the paragons, and she starts using them. She goes and finds these people who have all the sorts of gems, and they trying to make her disappear in front of her, unsee them what they're doing, and she's like, forget that, and she uses her power, and then she's all like, she destroys what they did and fights them off using whatever, and she's like, I am the daughter, and it is her birthright to claim. And so she destroys for whatever they have, all the gems, I guess, and their little palace that they had. So she's pretty much not taking any more shit. She's gonna just say tell Gloria that her daughter was here. Tell her I want to talk to my mom. So goes on to be continued. But yeah, Nina's not having it. She wants to speak to her mom. She wants to know what the fuck is going on, and nothing's gonna stand in her way. She has these jewels, she has these powers, and now she's figuring it all out on her own. But yeah, you go, girl. You figure out what's gonna happen. That was Blackbird number 4. And I believe that's all I've read this week was Blackbird number 4, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1 and number 2, and also Young Justice number 1. Sadly, no Harry Potter. I hope we get that soon. I need to start catching up more on these comics, and I swear I would. It was just like, it was so much hectic with holidays and whatnot. That's why I kind of took like a little hiatus, because, you know, after Thanksgiving, Christmas, shit was going on, tamale time making, you know, family coming in and out of the house and whatnot. But, you know, I had my little break, and I focused, I kind of made like a little timeline of what I want to do with the show, and just prioritize that, and also work on more of my shit, work on more reviews, do more reviews. So if you want to see my reviews, also, because I write little articles, and you can find it all on my website, www.comicrealm.net, and you could click on the little tabby that says articles, and it'll take you to this website where you see all my shit, all my work, and also my partners of All About Entertainment Network. You could check their articles out, what they're doing. You could check out their shows as well. You can also check out my podcast. I put on my website a little podcast tab on there as well, so you could check it out. It's all there for you. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going into my website right now. I'm pretty proud of it, because it's like, I was like, kind of like, it was just too dark, my old website, and I wanted to, you know, start off 2019 fresh and new, and new me, new year, all that stuff. So you you click on the podcast link on my little tabs on top, and you could check out all the shows from Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, and also Podbean, which is uploaded on there as well. In case you don't have any of those apps, you can listen to it through my website. I also have a gallery of, like, you know, some friends and people I've interviewed, events that I went to, and you can also check out at the bottom of some of my YouTube interviews as well. And also there is a link to my YouTube channel as well on there. And I'm also going to post, I need to add as well, All About Entertainment YouTube. Yes, there is an All About Entertainment Network YouTube. We're trying to figure out, like, cause I've tried to search it on YouTube, and it's kind of hard to find the channel, because there's more other All About Entertainments that we didn't know about. So I'm going to put a link on my website, so you can also check out interviews I did on there as well. And also my partners as well, of what they have done on their videos on YouTube as well. You could check out my event links. Right now, there's no events upcoming yet, but I am working on some events this year. So I'll be posting that up of any events I'm going to be at. I'll post them on there, and you can find that as well. You can also check out, there's a network tab, and it also takes you to the network website that I am also partnered up with, which is All About Entertainment Network. So you can check that out as there. And also I have a contact link. You could, like, put your name, email address. If you have any questions, requests, anything you want me to talk about on this podcast, go ahead, submit anything you want. And yeah, just no nudes, please. Do not send nudes. And yeah, you could check out my website. It has my Twitter, my Instagram, everything uploaded. Let's see if there's anything else that I am missing. Oh, I also got an email about they're doing a Stan Lee tribute this month. It's called Excelsior. Kevin Smith and friends are presenting Excelsior, a celebration of the amazing, fantastic, incredible, and uncanny life of Stan Lee that's benefiting the Hero Initiative, charity, legendary storyteller to be honored on January 30th, 2019 at Hollywood's TCL Chinese Theater. Kevin Smith, Legion M, and Agents of Mayhem, in partnership with Stan Lee's POW Entertainment, will hold a public appreciation of Stan Lee's life and work on the theater forecourt, featuring fan favorite speakers and an art exhibit celebrating Stan Lee's legacy by famed pop culture artist Rob Pryor and other special surprises. The official tribute is open to fans whom Stan Lee loves the most, and a limited number of tickets will be available beginning today. Well, it started on January 9th at 5 p.m. I posted this on my Instagram so you could check out even more. So all the proceeds will be going to a charity, and it's going to be complete with red carpet. Kevin's going to be hosting a private tribute at the IMAX Theater, moderating conversations with celebrity speakers who will share stories and memories of Stan. Participants include Mark Hamill, Rob Liefeld, co-creative Deadpool, Michael Uslan, and Vincent D'Onofrio, Wu-Tang Clan's RZA, and Tom DeSanto, and many others. So go ahead and check that out. It's gonna be where you can find the tickets. You go to Legion M's Instagram, and they have a link where you could go purchase the tickets. So go ahead and check that out if you want to be, participate in that benefit show and to tribute of Stan Lee. I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. I'm going to try to go, but it's not for sure, but I'm going to try. I love Stan Lee and everything he's given us, all these comics and stuff, and without him, there wouldn't be really a Marvel. So go ahead, check that out at Legion M on Instagram, and you could find where you could purchase the tickets on their link bio. That's all I have for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a great year. I know some of you guys that haven't started off, this year hasn't been really great from what I've heard on the news, a lot of weird shit's happening. But anyways, we can move on. We could work through this. We are strong. As long as we have our comic books, we'll be fine. But anyways, I know 2019 is going to be an excited year because we have so many movies we're looking forward to. Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, and I guess you could say X-Men Dark Phoenix, which I'm not really too excited for, but I'm going to be there to watch it fail. We have so many movies coming up, and I'm pretty excited. It's going to be a fun year. I need to purchase an AMC stub. I think it's like $20 a month, but you could see unlimited films, and with all these amazing films coming out, I'm going to need one because, theater's taking my money, and, I don't make much, and I want to see all these movies. So I need to go get an AMC stub since MoviePass sucked and I had to quit that shit, taking my money, and I can't even see one goddamn movie. Anyways, yeah, that is my goal also, is to get an AMC stub this year and to see all my movies, and I can give you some amazing reviews, and yay for Spider-Man Into the Universe for winning the Globe. But anyways, I hope you had fun listening to whatever I say pretty much on the show and ramble on. So until then, I'll see you guys next week, and hope you enjoyed. Later.